On the phone there is a Turkish citizen which is in the southwest right now. What's the atmosphere in Turkey?
Well, the atmosphere is kind of shocking right now. When I first heard the news yesterday, like 11 p.m., I thought it was like kind of joke because nobody knew that was going to happen. You know, it was blink of eye. And right now, what happened last night was really shocking. But today, when I saw the news, well, people are kind of celebrating of the failure of the cup because you know it's something that has happened in Turkey before, like 3 times. So it wasn't good. People know it. You know, Turkey went back like 3 decades every time the cup happened. So people are kind of aware of it. So they kind of tried to stop what was going to happen. And because of course, the Prime Minister, President of Erdogan, yesterday he was on the channels, you know, all channels, and he was kept telling people to go on the street and stop what was going to happen. So it is like seems like kind of stopped, but there are still the people says on TV there are still possibility, even though it's a small. That might happen again, but I don't think it's going to happen again. So it seems like everything is cool right now.
Are people worried or afraid of any repercussion?
Yeah, well, there are people are kind of worried if it's going to happen again. But what they say on the news is like because there are some numbers like 208,000, no, 2,800 people is being already arrested. The people in military, so the cop is already taking care of it. So I don't think it's going to happen, but of course people are worried about if it's going to happen.
Do you think it's a good thing, the failure of the military coup?
Yeah, of course it is. There is no question about it because, as I said before, that this happened like 3 times. The last time it happened, it was 1980 in September. So that wasn't good at all. You know, every time it happened, Turkey went back like at least 3 decades in economic way, in social life, in democracy, everything. So that is a good thing that it didn't happen.
It would have been a dictatorship.
Well, it would be if it was an army. That always happens because when army take the control, they have no idea what they're supposed to do. So they stopped everything.
However, they said they wanted to bring back democracy in the country.
Well, I mean, to me, it's like kind of democratic country in Turkey here because there is a elected government in charge right now, which got the majority voted of the people. Like they get 52% or 48, something like that, which means that you know the country governing with the elected government. So which shows like it's kind of democratic. What they bring, it's not going to happen democratic way for sure because people lived in that 3 times. So we all know that whatever comes from military is not good at all. And they have no idea about what the democracy is. We can question the country, I mean, the government of Turkey right now, what they're doing, the freedom of the speech, freedom of the people, freedom of the choice of people. We can all question that one, but what was going to happen is nothing to do with that. What was going to happen, it was going to not good for Turkey at all. Whenever military involved with any kind of situation in Turkey or in around the world, it didn't finish in a good way. So military has to do what they have to do. They have to deal with whatever they have to do. But they got no part in a democratic way, or they got no part in this election or in the parliament. So they got their own job and they have to deal with their own job. But what they try to do is unacceptable at all. And people are, yeah, I'm sure people are happy. I'm kind of happy as well because it didn't happen. The government has been questioned for a long time because of their treating of the people. They have, freedom of they got freedom of the peoples. There are so many things that is not really good doing by the government. So what people say, some people say that what happened was all scenario. They did this one, it's just because to make the government even stronger. Now he is the prime minister, not actually president. He's like kind of hero right now again, because yesterday when this was happening, he was on the TV and he was keep telling people to go out, fight for it, and people did run out. So they just like kind of stopped what was going to happen. So that's why he's even more popular than ever. So some people say this was all scenario. He did this one by himself to make his situation even stronger. But this is like kind of logical to me too as well. But there are conspiracy theories all the time.
After what happened, do you think it's going to change something in your country?
I don't think many things are going to change. The Turkish situation on in the world is going to be like more or less same. But what I heard is that the flights are all stopped, like flights from United States or flights from England, all stopped right now until the other order. So that was going to have that's going to affect the country's economy for sure, and in economic way, it's going to be even worse for sure. It seems like.
Anyway, the country is living a very tough situation. Yesterday, the military coup, and not a long time ago, a horrible terrorist attack in Istanbul, in Ataturk. What do you think about it?
Well, the terrorist attack, it happened. It wasn't the first one. It's not going to be the last one as well. I think that because before that, like last year in Ankara, like 2 times in other cities in Turkey as well, it happened. That keep happening because of the way of the politicians treating the other countries, especially the Syria